Alright then, so it has been a while since I basically used OBS Studio to basically record something because KKND, the original one there, didn't quite like it too much, but whatever. Crown Trick. Crown Trick is a game that I was basically viewing on Steam. When I was basically looking to see, what roguelikes I might want to, include for, voting. For a Roguelike Steam group, I'm basically, a group, officer for. And I sort of, wondering about this game here a little bit because it basically says roguelike, it's turn-based, and, all other good stuff about it. But the thing about this game here is that it's a roguelike. As in, it's got persistent, gameplay, basically after you die. So, I figured I should check it out to see what the game's basically all about. I was actually going to, check this game out a little bit earlier, but, well, it took me a little bit longer than expected to basically play through KKND and finish it off, so, whatever. Let's jump into it and I'll show it off. So presented by Team17, the same guys who made Worms. Next, a testing game studio. Alright, Crown Trick. The game uses an auto-save feature. Please don't exit the game, all things flashing. Alright, so select the focus mode on your choice. Focus mode can be altered in settings later. So you have standard mode, which is basically mouse and keyboard, or you can have keyboard focused, or you can have mouse focus instead. So, go for standard focus. And here we are, on the main screen. Oh, overall the, sound isn't too bad. That'll work for now. We have sticky directions, so when you press directional buttons, your character will turn first before moving. That can be useful, by the way, if you want to obviously, position your character to look at certain ways. We'll leave it all off for now. Turn on attack assist when an enemy is blocking the direction you're moving. Attack the enemy instead. So stuff like this. We'll just leave this all alone for now. different languages and stuff like that. There's a video. Controller on, use a controller instead of, like, you know, keyboard and mouse. We'll deal with this a little bit later, after I, like, you know, play the game and see how, like, what I have to change basically first. Getting a nice little glimpse here of, like, you know, what to basically expect from weapons and stuff. Up! Wake up! For you are chosen. For the dawn will not grace with her presence those who refuse to open their eyes. So L is the character, like, you know, we're basically playing with here. Who's there? Alright, so WASD to basically move around, so it basically is like, you know, a cardinal direction, like, you know, type of game. So note that when I basically press, like, you know, WASD, I basically always move like one tile here. But I can also, like, you know, change that to turn if I want to. So the crown. It was fate that led you to this realm. Now come forward, El. How did you know my name? At least you are cautious. Hopefully the ignorance will become tolerable with time. We are currently in the realm of nightmares. Here, I am what humans would consider omniscient. I know everything about you, El. Your name, your past, and even the purpose of your little trip to this realm. Nightmares have brought forth disasters and chaos. As creatures on Earth suffer in endless agony, the world itself is on the brink of destruction. As the chosen hero, you are the one they dumped on all the responsibilities on. You are the one destined to venture into the unknown and save the whole world. How do you know all this? Are you in charge of this nightmare realm? Are you the one causing pain and suffering for people? Ever so eager to arrive at erroneous conclusions. How typical of your kind. You are in the presence of the observer and guardian of the nightmare realm. I possess no true name, but you may refer to me as the Crown. Sorry if I was quick to judge, but it seems I have important work ahead of me. If you really are what you claim, you must have an idea of the culprit behind all this. Indeed, the nightmares are caused by none other than one of your own. Someone whose heart is filled with greed. A human by the name of Vlad. Do you know where he is right now? Patience, girl. Impulsiveness will only lead to failure. It all started with a forbidden sacrificial rite performed by Vlad in a nightmare realm. With its seals broken, the power of nightmares runs rampant, causing death and destruction not only in a nightmare realm, but in your world as well. My powers can no longer contain it. From what I see, you are woefully unprepared as well. Is there nothing we can do? Does it mean the world is beyond saving? So I'm going to accept the Crown's offer, or can decline the Crown's offer. Let's accept it. I suppose I could use some help. It's not like you're giving me any other choice. How impressive. That's the wisest thing you said since you've entered this realm. Now put me on, if you don't mind. Let us depart at once. Curious. It seems that your body has absorbed every single drop of power I provide for you. What? What did you put in me? Such fleeting faith. How fickle the human heart is. Worry not, silly girl, for I have no intention of doing you any harm. I simply cast a few spells to further facilitate our journey. You'll understand in due time. You say so. Notice, by the way, her eyes basically glow a little bit at this point because she has, like, you know, the crown's power basically inside her now. Let us go forth, for the fate of both realms now rests within your hands. Alright, so I guess our, like, you know, health bar and mana bar appeared. We now have the crown on our head. So I note this is a very interesting, like, you know, type of graphical game because, like, you know, you can see, like, a character moving around in a very, like, you know, fleepy fashion, I guess. The Nightmare Realm is a different reality, operating on different rules from your world. Here, time is relative. It will flow only when you move, so take your time. Sometimes waiting for enemies to approach can be smarter than foolhardy attacks. This is the most fundamental rule of the Nightmare Realm. You would do well to remember it. I prepared some simple mechanism ahead. Let's see how well you do. So basically we have ourselves a tutorial. Turn-based actions and skipping your turn. The Nightmare Realm operates on a turn-based system. Traps and enemies will remain stationary until L makes a move. I can press X space to skip a turn, alright. That was simple enough. Successfully unlocked a novice, like, you know, treasure chest, I guess, right there, so cool. Got ourselves our first achievement and first weapon. Spear of the Defender. The standard issue for the Royal Guard Spear Warriors, a strong deterrent for every faraway enemy. Alright, so you can basically see, like, you know, how these, like, weapons we see, like, sort of operate. So this basically has, like, I guess, like a 2-tile, like, you know, attack when I basically use it. It doesn't seem like you're strong enough to handle any real weapons yet. Here, let me help you with it, for now. Your first objective, break those crates so we can move forward. So we can keep moving forward. See, I note that basically, like, you know, Elle's, like, you know, a small little girl and she can't, like, you know, hold on and stuff like this, so the crown's basically using this, like, you know, power to basically, like, hold stuff for her. Alright, so we basically, like, use this if we want to, so wooden box destroyable, an already wooden box can be destroyed easily. And yeah, I can see, like, the 2-tile attack there. So if I, like, go here, no, basically I can, like, attack from the 2 tiles away. And right close to, like, enemies like this, I can, like, you know, oh, I can move from the box if I want to as well, I guess. A slime pup idol. Alright, so we got ourselves the first enemy. We attacked it, it's chasing us now. And we killed it. Attack from here. I guess it's probably going to attack on us right here, so... Alright, so... note that this thing basically gets stunned there, so stun can't perform actions. Break, it basically takes, like, additional damage. Remember that you can also change directions in place. Sometimes it's a better option in actual movement. So basically, I press like the shift key, I can like move around. So, all right, so that's basically what I can basically do if I want to like use this sort of thing. So basically, I can do this. I'm not sure how like change directions basically works with like weapons and stuff like that, but whatever. Those enemies are dead. In actual battle, a valid strategy is to wait in place or do an empty swing to force the flow of time. Enemies will have no choice but to initiate the battle by approaching you. Attack them when they're in range. So I'll note this like sort of like gimmick here. It's very reminiscent of like mystery dungeon type of like game. So basically the idea here is like the enemies will basically like attack us, or like we'll attack like empty spaces. The enemies will have to like come to us, or we're gonna just wait as like normally. So skipping a turn can sometimes force the enemy to approach, giving the advantage of attacking first. So I'm like close enough here to be attacked. And we broke it there because we basically done enough damage to it. Down it goes. Here's something you might find helpful. Breaking enemies will make your attacks against them more effective. You can reduce the breakpoint of enemies by dealing damage to them. When an enemy's breakpoint reaches 0, they will be stunned and receive more damage from hits. So basically what I'm doing like the breakpoints and stuff. So when I hit an enemy with enough damage, they'll basically break and like take extra damage. So the shield is reduced by 1 when enemies take damage. Enemies break when the shield reaches 0. It becomes stunned and takes more damage. So basically there's this breakpoint right there to free. And like you can see like there, like it got broken there. I wonder if it'll be easier to place with like the keyboard only, but whatever. Alright, so enemy is more vulnerable when it's charging or being around you. Then you can break them quicker. Alright, so note that basically because this enemy is basically charging and attacking against me, is more vulnerable. So attacks can reduce more breakpoints when the these like little icons disappear. So basically like break them a little faster. It appears when enemy is charging or being around L. Let's break them. Down it goes. Down it goes. Down it goes. Hey, there's the little cats from like the start of the game. And I stepped on because I'm an ass, but whatever. Yeah, step on everything. This bottle contains water from the fabled healing fountain. A sip from this elixir will do wonders for your vitality. Alright, so both your HP and MP will be replenished with the elixir usage. So we press like F and it'll basically recharge your health and like mana. So hold F, I guess, is like the D here, so there we go. Alright, so there's the stairs to the next level, I guess. Alright, so there's our helpful tips for like what to do. So as HP of elite and boss enemies decrease, L can sometimes gain blink usage and MP from progress. Elixir, hold F to use. Open map, press tab. So there's a map apparently. Pistols can hit targets with 3 vertical tiles. That's nice. They're like, spears, but, ranged. Alright, on we go. These are called blink boots, which will allow you to move to a specified location instantly. However, their usage is limited. Plan it well. So, using blink will not consume any turns. Available blink usages are shown via the blink gauge displayed under L. Okay, so is that right here? Or is it maybe over here? So these take like 0 MP to use, they have like a 0 cooldown, but they have like a certain amount of charge you can basically use, so... Oh, you bring up like the right mouse button, so that's the thing I did right here. Alright, so it looks like these like the amount of usage I basically have right here, they're like free, so display over here. Blink is also useful when L needs to get across blocked tiles or tiles with elemental aspects. So basically I can't blink through, I can't walk through here, I have to blink through it, so... There we go. We got ourselves some more blink power here, so... we avoid some damage there. Now, I'll note that the blinking idea here, it actually plays a very important role with like the combat of this game. And by the way, I think I noticed by the way that the blink is actually like this, shown here as well. So that's maybe your blinking ability right there as well. They like, little gauge right here. So elemental tiles can also cause negative status effects for enemies. Okay, so basically traps will basically affect enemies by the way. So fire. Element. Any target within this tile will obtain a Scorch status effect. Scorch, receive fire damage equal to 8% of your max HP, a return, halved effect on player character. So basically player gets like stats damage, that's nice. So they basically all died. So note that the fire basically resets as like, I entered again. Oops, I didn't do that right. It could be a little bit easier to sort of identify which, tile you're basically standing in and stuff like that, but whatever. Alright, so. Familiars are stronger than normal enemies. Pay extra attention when you're dealing with them. Alright. I display my elixir, so that's like not good, but whatever. So it's chasing me. Now, note that this is like a thing to watch out for with these guys here. Basically, like you have to sort of plan your your position to sort of avoid these guys' attacks and stuff like that. So maybe I want to blink over here. I'll basically avoid his attack that way. And also get some good breaking on him as well. Okay, he broke. So now you do extra damage to him. Note I got my blink charge back. Try to blast me again. Do a normal attack on me there. Broken again. Alright, so we got ourselves our first familiar, the Fire Breather. Not bad at all. Remember, in the Nightmare Realm, defeated familiars will be yours to command. So basically, we like gain access to as familiars like a pet to like do stuff with. So, familiar attained, Fire Breather. We have Fire Blast from him, which basically jets fire, dealing like damage within a future vertical tiles and during fire. And we have Potent Explosive Barrel. So, place an explosive barrel, which will explode if attacked, dealing 145 landed damage to a 3x3 square area around it and during fire. So, essentially, I can basically place a barrel and then it'll basically explode in the squares around it in like its own square. Alright, so some skills will require you to select a target location before pressing the mouse button to activate. So there's Fire Blast, makes some fire. Put the explosive barrel right there. That was not a great placement for it because I can't actually use it right there, but we're going to attack this one. So basically that's how these basically explode and work. Oh, we got our MP back. So note that there's basically oil here, so any target within this this tile will take a greasy side effect and that's awesome. So let's just light these guys on fire. See, I know there's a greasy to take extra damage, but whatever. Now they're all on fire. Alright, there's a portal something. Decent performance, but you still have a long way to go. Don't get cocky. Alright. So, note that I basically lit these tiles on fire, so... Oh, they do fade after a time. That's good to know. Alright, so victory! So, we basically, explored 2 floors there. We didn't attain any relics. We inflicted about, almost 4,000 damage. We opened 1 chest. We obtained 19 gold. We vanquished, 27 enemies. 1 elite was vanquished, a familiar, I guess. We consumed 363 turns, so... Yeah, it's probably a little poor, but whatever. Total score of 1,020. Victory! We beat the tutorial! Here we are. What is this place? The Hall of Reincarnation. You may think of it as a safe room, in between different realms and nightmares, impervious to the chaos unfolding outside. Here, we will be able to travel to other dream realms, and resolve the anomalies within. And how do you propose we do that? There are no doors to the outside, and we're basically trapped here. Uncontrolled naivety is but the same as ignorance. Do humans dream by entering a door? We will be able to travel unfazed within dream realms by falling asleep. I suggest you try it by this desk in a bit. Alright, so basically that's the idea here, we're in a sort of dream realm, and when we fall asleep we basically change around our position and stuff like that. So note that basically there's a bunch of barriers here. So there's nothing basically in this realm yet, but it'll be some stuff to see later on.